Welcome back, you guys, to another Beyond Crazy video. We are continuing our ABC dating because just love hanging out with this one. And we are on Q, right?
Q dates.
So we are going to be doing some... Today, we're doing some lovely quesadillas. Crystal, when I was talking to her about what we should do for Q date, she remembered that she had the best quesadilla of her life a while back when we were making it at our other house. And I thought, what a great idea, and to recreate those quesadillas today. What do you think?
I am so excited for this. So we made it through HelloFresh, and it was like this Southwest corn, I don't know, quesadilla, and I've been craving it ever since. So I'm super excited to recreate that, and I hope it turns out amazing. The other thing we're gonna add in here that starts with Q is we're gonna answer a couple of your questions that have been coming in. So we're gonna do that along the way of making a Southwest quesadilla.
Let's get started. We have our chicken and it is ready for some seasoning. So I'm gonna start in with a little bit of chili powder. Crystal doesn't like it crazy hot, so I'm not gonna do very much. What is that? Maybe half a teaspoon? That's probably half a teaspoon.
Okay, what's your best marriage advice? What is it? When you disagree.
When we disagree, what is my best marriage advice? If you're frustrated and you're angry, take a couple of minutes to pull yourself together, to calm down and approach it with an open mind. And you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. If you're not empathetic to what the other person is going through, you're just gonna keep fighting.
I like it.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. A little bit of salt. That's probably a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. I like salt. And salty. Some pepper.
Do you want more grandkids?
I absolutely want more grandkids. The funny thing is, I think once we start, like we've already had one grandkid, but I think when the kids all start having kids, we're just gonna.
I think it's all gonna be in a row. Like it's gonna be like, oh,
grandkid.
But
how many grandkids do you think we're gonna be?
And
the kids will be pregnant with at one time. Like how many?
Oh, one time, or
Yeah.
how many grandkids are we gonna end up with?
Well, no, just at one time. So we have 19 kids. How many of them do you think will be pregnant with their significant other at one time?
I think 4, maybe 5.
Southwest Chipotle. It's not Southwest Chipotle quesadillas without it.
Southwest quesadillas.
There you go.
I know. I'm
I'm gonna use
excited.
a fork instead of my finger. The finger is clean though, I promise.
All right, where did we meet?
Where did we meet? In this lovely town of Mesa, Arizona.
Actually, technically, no, that is
That
Mesa.
is Mesa,
That is
yeah.
Mesa.
There was a restaurant that I used to go to all of the time with my buddies, and then this beautiful hostess started, and yeah.
We met through my work. Like I worked in a restaurant. It's called Five and Diner, and
I
he
don't
used to
think
come
those
in and
exist
eat all the
anymore,
time.
actually.
I know it's not
I think they
there.
all
Like it's
closed
the
down.
building's still there, but someone else bought it out, and it's a different thing now. But
Rest in peace, 5 and 9.
what made you fall in love with each other, and how did you know the other was the one?
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
How about you answer this one first?
I love that Aaron was really good with kids. Like he'd come over and play with like Chelsea and Mark and like hang out with them. And I just loved how he was around kids. And then also he was very just like loving and okay, I'll share the story real quick. So he used to like when we'd go out on a date or whatever, sometimes we'd get back kind of late because we'd have to go after I got off work. And so he would be like, okay, I'm gonna wait outside till like I see you go up and like turn your light on in your room, because I was always so scared at night, or I'm like, from walking in the dark or whatever. But I just thought that was really sweet though. They used to do that.
And what was our most controversial date?
Our most controversial date?
We went and saw The Ring, the very first Ring movie.
The very first Ring movie.
And at the time, I lived by myself, and
I convinced him to go watch it, and he was so mad at me for like 2 weeks because he was too scared at night.
all right, chicken's got some seasoning. I need to wash my hands, get the chicken juices off, and let's get these cooking. We're just waiting for our... You can't see me because of the hood.
I know, he's literally standing in the splits right now.
I am trying to figure out, guys, if this can be shortened, because that would be sick.
Do the split move.
Get on my level. Our chicken is seasoned, waiting for our pan to come up and heat.
All right. Would you all get matching tattoos? I was waiting for you to answer, and you were waiting for me to answer. I saw it in your eyes. I think he would.
I have a tattoo, and I know that I would get another tattoo at this point. I'm just not sure you would get a tattoo.
I'm not sure I want a tattoo, but if I were to get one, I would get a matching one with you.
How about like a
How's that?
F Scorpions?
Let's go right now. Done.
Die. She tried to die to one this morning. Tried to get you.
It did. The scorpions are out for me, guys.
Thankfully, Max was around.
Yeah, you didn't even come when you hear me screaming.
I was running, and Max had killed it by the time I got there.
My kids slowly saved me.
Oil in the pan, but we're kind of out.
Are you guys planning on having a baby, whether biological or adoption? No.
I think we're done.
We're done having any babies or kids. I mean, obviously we have a couple adoptions.
I keep messing with Crystal.
We're not
like,
having any
you
babies.
can't get this close to 20 without getting to 20.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
The sizzle is good. Sorry, I still gotta do the weird split thing.
Okay, what was the hardest thing about having a big family? I'm curious what you would say the hardest thing is compared to what I would say. I feel like it changes day to day, so if we have answered this question before, that's probably what it was that day.
I would say family vacations. Trying to get everybody at this point together is really difficult. There's always somebody working, there's always somebody's always going through something. It just happens, and so it's difficult to get the entire family together sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I would say at this point that's the hardest part.
Last year we did so good. We got everyone except for Ariana. So we were so close last year. This year, I don't think it's going to happen, or at least a lot of people will be missing because everyone just has so much going on. But I will say the hardest thing is like coordinating schedules sometimes, because several kids will have like this work going on and then they have this activity or this, and it's like we're kind of going all different. I mean, it's nice because we can split and most of the time get it all done. But I will say that's really hard. I will say the other thing that can be difficult is, what was I just going to say? Getting everyone together for a family picture, but I wasn't going to say that. Wait, I had one other thing.
We will succeed in that sometime.
I lost my mind. Oh, okay. I will say one other thing. We just have a lot of teenagers right now, and so maybe it's just relevant to like right now.
Car insurance is pretty expensive.
Car insurance. When kids are going through a lot of emotions and have a lot going on or have something major happen, walking them through all those emotions and helping them with those emotions, and usually obviously that goes pretty smooth, helping them through that. But then when it's like several go through that in the same day, the other day there was a lot going on and a lot of emotional things, and then Erin's like, well, I want to talk about, you and I. And I was like, listen, I'm really emotionally drained right this second. And I was like, but let me get some sleep and we'll talk about it in the morning. So that's what we did. But I will say some days it's just emotionally a lot. So.
All right, our timer's going off for the chicken. Whew. I'm gonna flip it one more time and give it just another little bit.
Okay, have you ever gotten in a huge fight, and if so, over what? Ooh, the tea.
I'm gonna let you answer this one while I wash the tomatoes, because I don't want to start another fight.
But I will say the fights that we've had, topics that we've fought about, then we'll go into that. Video games?
Yes. Very much so.
I would say in the beginning part of our relationship, we didn't fight over anything except for every once in a while over video games. I will say, and here's something just if you're getting married or gonna be getting married soon or whatnot, I will say our parenting styles were very different. And he grew up in a very military household, and what you say is what happens, and it was just very strict and structured, to where I grew up with a single mom that was like, let's talk about our feelings and let's work through this and talk it through. And so when it came to parenting, I will say when they were younger, it was pretty easy and we were on the same page, but as we've gotten older teens, it can be very difficult because we do see parenting very differently. However, we worked through that. I don't know. I feel like it's constantly a work in progress though, because we have different situations come up and different things happen, and he'll handle it one way, I handle it another, but we've had to learn to come together and be on the same page about that. The camera had died, but Erin was talking a little bit that we are in therapy. I feel like it is so healthy and so good to go to therapy. Like, I wish there wasn't this negative stigma around it, or like, oh, your relationship must be in trouble if you're in therapy. Like, therapy can be used just to process everyday feelings of what you're going through and how you feel about things, or you're going through a hard situation or something traumatic. Like, seek someone to talk to. Like, it helps so much. It's huge.
Okay, so we have these, and now we're cutting them down a little bit more. The more cut down the tomatoes are, the quicker and easier it'll be with this guy.
Oh, but I never B-rolled any of this delicious looking stuff.
I was like, it looks so aesthetic.
Crystal does not like crazy hot salsa, so we're gonna probably just do 3 jalapenos.
I would say 1.
Completely de-seeded. I promise it won't be too spicy.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna wash this stuff up.
Oh, you should have cut on my shirt. I'm not supposed to wear it.
It's the eat it or wear it challenge.
Right?
Okay, I've got a question for you guys.
Okay.
With zero preparation whatsoever, do a coordinated dance together on the count of 3. 1,
Wait, let him sit down.
2,
A coordinated dance.
3, go!
What is this?
I don't know.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
So true.
We just want to be able to fit more in there, so I pulsed it down a little bit to make some.
Okay, trick with the limes. I heard you have a trick.
Okay, so I found this out recently. Limes, the smoother they are on the outside means the more juice that they have. So when you're picking limes, that's so you know. Is this an Anaheim or a Poblano? I can't recall. That's fine. I'm gonna test the seed real quick.
Fun fact, on the HelloFresh website, it just says big green pepper.
There. We'll de-seed it.
Well, this is a juicy one. You're right.
Yeah? Is it juicy?
Yeah, it's like coming apart.
How many limes are we gonna put in? 2?
I love limes.
I love limes. Let's put 3 in. I'm just gonna cut this down again so it fits in there. Food processor can do its work a little better.
These were really juicy, so I think we'll need 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My trick, or what I do, is so I put it in like that. So obviously it pushes it in. But then if you flip it and push it in the other way,
You get even more.
you get even more juice.
I'm just using a little spoon to get the seeds out of the jalapenos. De-seeded 3 jalapenos into the mix. Let's go. Now be careful with jalapenos or any peppers. The oils of the jalapeno when you're cutting it or whatnot can get on your hands. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. You can even throw some vinegar on them to eliminate that, but don't go itching your eye. Otherwise you're not gonna have a very nice day.
Do you guys foresee that you're going to stay in Arizona?
No,
a
this
good one.
summer sucks.
It is so hot. I could see us. Here's the thing. I could see us moving out of Arizona
But
in
maintaining
5
the
years, but still maintaining a house here because I do think a lot of the kids want to stay here, and I think we'll have a lot more grandchildren here, and so I don't want to leave behind that. But I will say I do want to see what it's like to live in somewhere else because I've lived in Arizona my whole life.
And I've lived in Arizona so long I don't really remember, per se, living somewhere else.
But in the next 5 years, almost all of our kids will be graduated except for Aurora, which is crazy to think about. Like, so crazy. Oh, it's 6 years actually. But
6 years.
most of all of them will be, yeah. So I feel like at that point we'll have a lot more freedom because I don't want to switch. The kids all have friends and their school and just everything, and I don't want to uproot that. So not anytime soon.
That was a big part of us buying this house from our previous house, was staying close so that our kids could maintain their
Older
school.
friendships
Yeah.
and schools. And yeah.
3 heads of cilantro.
You like it? You like it a lot?
And I'm sorry for those that cilantro tastes like soap.
Okay, I think that's more of an assumption than a question. Aaron never wanted this many kids.
So, fun fact, and we've said it before and I'll say it again.
No more onion.
No more onion? Oh.
I don't like really onion.
So, fun fact, when we first got together, I said I only wanted 2 kids. It was in my mind that I just wanted to replace myself in the world. And Crystal wanted 4 kids. So we got together and we were like, we're going to have 3 kids. But then we've said this story before. When we're trying to have our 3rd, we had a lot of struggles. And that led us to foster care and adoption. And then once I saw how many kids in Arizona actually need a loving, good home, I just, limits are off.
How do you keep united friends? That's a really good question.
Do you have an example of what we need to keep united on?
Well, I think they're meaning like when it comes to parenting, when it comes to just our daily lives, how we spend money, or this or that. Like I think, kind of in general, how do we remain united? Communication is key, I will say.
Communication
Right
is
up
key.
there.
I will say, I think a lot of that has to come down to the dating process and finding somebody who's compatible and has similar thoughts, views, and morals that you have, so that when time goes by and then you do have kids and whatnot, it's easier to come on the same, or it's easier to get on the same page because you do have the same thoughts and the same morals and the same views and the same worldly outlook. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I will say, kind of looping back to around the earlier question, we were talking about parenting and how we parent very differently and just that kind of thing. But at the same time, while we do have different views when it comes to things like that, I will say there's different times when I feel like his approach is better, and then there's other times when I feel like my approach, and I feel like being united in recognizing that and recognizing each other's strengths and what we bring to the relationship and to the family is really, really important. So I feel like even each one of our kids that have come into the family brings something special and unique that no one else can bring to the family. And so I feel like that's kind of how we remain united with that.
If you guys didn't already know, I love eating while I'm cooking, and I love trying stuff to see.
Should I put on taller shoes so I'm more on your level?
No,
Hold on.
I'll come down to your level.
Wait, I have.
You have the perfect shoes? Let's try this. And I just realized as I'm about to try this salsa, I haven't put any seasoning in it yet. We're gonna add some cumin. Not too much.
Just get like a B-roll shot of it.
Don't want it too hot. Here comes the airplane. Or not.
Need more salt.
I feel like I added a lot.
Aaron, what's the
It's a hot.
I'm gonna put it all over myself. No, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Oh, look at that flip. Oh, yeah.
Kraz, I'm gonna guess that was a little hot. Based on the fact that it's steaming everywhere.
Okay, how do you teach your kids the same life skills, not just traditional boy and girl jobs? A really good question. I feel like we have a very not traditional family in general. Like he does a lot of the cooking. With that though, I will say like growing up with a single mom, that's one thing she taught me is like you don't know your life circumstances, you don't know what's gonna happen and not happen. And it's really important to know life skills, like just in general. So like our air conditioner went out one time. It's like a swamp clothes on the roof and we all climbed up there and helped fix it. Like my mom and I and a couple of my siblings. And so it's like, I feel like I grew up just learning all these life skills. And I feel like that is important to teach to our kids.
I agree.
No matter genders or whatever, anything like that. Just eating all the ingredients.
Just eating all the ingredients.
Imagine it all put
Hungry,
together.
I'm starving.
Crema time! So Tristan taught us how to make crema, and it's probably one of my favorite things to put on quesadillas. What did we have it on? Ceviche. This is really good on that. Okay. So it's just sour cream, lime, and salt. Super easy to make. I know it doesn't look good, but it will be.
Be very careful.
That's my middle name.
Crystal, very careful, pet it.
Yep.
Let's see it across the screen.
Is it chunky?
Good technique. I approve. Why is it chunky? Why is it chunky?
You gotta whip it, that's why.
Gotta whip it into shape. Shape it up. Get straight. Pull forward. Move ahead. Like two detectives. It's not too late. Just whip it. Whip it good.
Leave it in.
Didn't know I knew it, did you?
Huh? I didn't know you knew that much of it. I was like, that was sick.
That's perfect. That's exactly how I taught Tristan to make this crema. I think it needs a little more salt. Just a little bit. You think more salt?
A little more salt in there. I agree. All right, it's time to assemble. I've buttered our pan. We are on some number 4 heat. Need some chicken. Get out of here, fly.
I'm gonna stay right down here, Kraz.
Spread out that chicken a little bit. Coming in with some cheese. Cheese. 2 different types. Oh yeah, 3 different types, probably 6 different types. Now the whole thing that made this so popular was the corn. Get out of here, fly. Gotta have the heat of veggies.
Have a lot of sour cream.
A little bit of avocado in the middle. You get the beans. You gotta get the left behind. Squeeze it all down.
I love the sound effects when you cook.
Yeah.
Skirt in there.
Skirt, skirt.
All right, Crystal, what's going on yours?
Okay, so I'm doing avocado first. And then that's going into the pan. And then I'm doing crema on this side. Also crema in the fajitas. Alright. And we're doing chicken. Ta-da! Ta-da! And wow! You know, they do that in the cooking videos where you just see their hands and you're like, wow.
I do that literally all the time. Jazz hands. Oh, Kraz, looking good over here. And the quesadilla looks good too.
Why, thank you very much. I was trying to stylize it a little bit.
This is the thing when it comes to cooking is I like it to go as fast as possible. So sometimes I'll end up burning stuff because I like crank it up the heat so it's faster, but faster is not better. So that's what I've learned. Slow and steady wins the flipping race. I don't think it was ready to flip.
Wouldn't be a date without a flower.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. That's so sweet.
All right, let's give it a try. Let's see if we were able to mimic the Southwest corn quesadilla magic that HelloFresh had. Not a paid product placement, by the way.
It's really good.
Mine was delicious. Oh.
All right. Q date done. Okay, now we are on to our date. Let us know if you have any suggestions. Do we even have any suggestions? I would say rowing.
Reggae dancing. I don't know if that's a thing.
Rapping.
Oh.
Become a rapper. All right.
Let us know your suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Move ahead, like two detectives. It's not too late. Just whip it good.